In recent years, we've taken vacation time venturing into remote areas in Mexico to shoot drone video that's been featured in major documentaries. Then COVID-19 suddenly changed the world as we know it. Now we're moving out of our home and into our Jeep to record adventures in the wildest regions of Mexico. This is Mexico Drones Overland Adventures.
Bueno, estoy muy emocionada el día de hoy porque voy a conocer Jerez. Gracias a las recomendaciones de la gente que conocimos en Zacatecas. Y también quiero darle las gracias por toda la gente bonita que conocimos. Fueron muy lindos con nosotros. Saludos Zacatecas, gracias por suscribirse.
I agree, they were really good to us in Zacatecas. It was a fantastic time there. I have to say, kind of like you said, that city was just so colorful, it blew my mind. It's probably the most beautiful city I've seen in Mexico thus far for a large city, for a big city. So that was really nice. I'd like to get back there sometime, and the camping spot was just the most incredible of all.
Yes.
Thank you, Zacatecas. We stopped in Aguascalientes, which we're driving through right now. And we stayed for a couple nights in an Ibis hotel, and now we're heading for San Luis Potosi.
Yeah, I can wait.
Proposed campsite, and I'm expecting this to turn from pavement to dirt pretty quickly, and hopefully we'll have a nice flat spot.
¿Estás listo para otra aventura, Scar?
Listo.
Perfecto, vamos.
Be
careful here.
Look at that hole.
We just finding the best camping spot right
We just found an amazing campsite.
now. That's incredible place.
Wow.
That's my favorite so far.
This must be the one they were talking about.
Yes. Wow. This is absolutely spectacular.
And our spot here, which is pretty incredible. While settling into our camp for the night, Maria and I talk about this spur-of-the-moment trip and realize we're chasing waterfalls this episode, which is not our usual overland adventure. This is a place we've talked about visiting for years, so we go to bed both thankful and excited.
Hello, again. Happy Independence Day, everyone, and we want to have our breakfast. And this beautiful rain and a great day.
And you're having a real Mexican traditional breakfast today, or what?
No, we're having breakfast, American breakfast.
Gringo birdie nests.
Welcome to San Luis Potosi, my love.
No, open. Welcome.
Closed.
That's what it said?
Se les informa que el parque natural Media Luna permanecería cerrado por tiempo indefinido como medida preventiva contagio que existe COVID-19. Big sign, closed due to COVID-19, but yet when you pull it up on the information on Google, it doesn't say anything about it being closed. So typical, sometimes that kind of stuff happens in Mexico. So we aired down our tires and we're heading for the mountains on this dirt road. We have no idea where it's going to take us. The next thing I'm going to do is open up Gaia Maps and see what it looks like. But maybe we'll find paradise.
Exactly.
Or maybe we'll find nothing. Either way, let's adventure on.
That's right.
Are you in?
Yes, I am.
If our corner isn't as wonderful as we thought, I think it must be right here.
That's the corner, right here. That's fine.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's the view for the little town.
That's
Right here.
perfect.
What's on the menu tonight?
Tuna, asparagus, and corn.
Looks pretty good. The corn looks fresh.
It is fresh.
So we're just leaving our campsite after Media Luna was closed. Our first attraction we were gonna film. So we just headed on up the road and did a little four-wheeling and cut some branches out of the way and found a pretty decent camp spot. We didn't mark it on our list because there's so many interruptions. Actually, the trash was left out by accident last night, and some dogs came. That was the first thing that happened that woke us up. And then I fell asleep, and you said a car came by?
Yeah, that was the police, the police car with a couple men in the back. So I just hear they say, "Give you alone, let's continue."
And they usually will stop and bug you. They'll actually, even if they're not going to do anything bad, they'll stop and wake you up and
Exactly.
say, "Are you okay?" or something. And it's, you know,
We're here for you.
Yeah.
If you need something, we want to be run here anyway.
So it was nice that they just went by because I didn't really wake up for that.
We were trying to sleep again, and I hear a lady driving the motorcycle with no motor.
Just gliding down the hill. Well, we made it through the night. The camp spot was it was pretty, as you can see. We're not really recommending it because of all the dogs and the
accident.
traffic, because it looked like there was just going to be no traffic on this road. But now we're heading off to a place called El Trampolin, which is an hour and a half away, and it's another place where there's waterfalls and supposedly a nice camping area. So today's adventure hopefully will be better.
Yeah, it's gonna be better there for sure.
Thanks.
Oh, baby. Beautiful.
We arrive in Tamasopo. It's a small pueblo with three main attractions: Tamasopo Falls, Puente de Dios, which is the Bridge of God, and El Trampolin. We follow Google Maps to a recommended campsite that's supposed to be a favorite among overlanders. As we arrive, it looks like the most beautiful place we've ever seen, but it's closed, along with the next 4 or 5 places that we explore and try to set up camp. We end up heading for El Trampolin, which is a series of 3 to 5 foot waterfalls with large, quiet pools in between, and we're told we can camp anywhere there, so we head for the end of the road. It's quite beautiful, actually, but also quite public, so we see a good bit of traffic during the day. We end up camping here for 2 nights, though, and sleep quite well with the waterfalls so close and no real disturbances at night. So we have headed out from our camping spot in Trampoline, Cascadas Trampoline, which is just a series of little flat places to swim and some waterfalls. And now we're heading towards
Tamaposo.
Cascadas Tamaposo, which is the waterfalls that are named after the town we're in, which is Tamaposo. And we're gonna go do some swimming and cool off. And it's been a couple of days, so it's starting to smell funny in the Jeep. So we need to do a little bit of swimming, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. I don't
We're
know.
gonna be enjoy this beautiful day, and we're gonna have a little bit of swim.
Yes, and hopefully we'll get some good video footage of the waterfalls, and we may shoot Puente de Dios tonight, or we may have to shoot that in the morning. We'll see how the day goes. Yeah, we're at Tamaposo Falls. These are the guys that wouldn't let us in. They want to charge us 1,000 pesos for video, their place and their waterfalls. So we're gonna skip Tamaposo today. So as you can probably see in the previous clip, I was a bit pissed. I really hate when people try to take advantage of tourists or anyone really. I talked to the lady in the stand across the street, and she said this was quite common. Obviously, these kids were not the owners, so I shot the drone footage from across the street anyway, and asked the kind lady to make sure that the owner sees the YouTube video so he knows what his employees are doing. And with that, we moved on. So we headed up the hill to Puente de Dios, and it was closed. We were told it would open tomorrow. So we returned the next day, and as you drive through the village near the attraction, there will be several people waving you down to pay for parking, giving you the impression that they are the closest parking to the attraction. They also offer guide service, guiding you through the attraction, which I don't believe is really necessary. So drive until you see the train tracks, and you'll know you're as close as you can get, and you'll have free parking. This is the first place you should actually be paying money. There's about 6 places ahead of here where people will try to collect money for parking and grab you earlier, but this should be 70 pesos a person, and this is the first place where you should actually have to pay. Be prepared for 384 stairs if you're going to be going down and up to Puente de Dios. Hey everybody, so we're at Puente de Dios, and normally what you see behind us here, the waterfalls, you can actually, you see a rope in the middle, you can take the rope and climb underneath the ground we're standing on through a cave to the cenote down the other side. But one thing everybody needs to know, this was a spur of the moment trip for us, right? We didn't really plan it, it was the last minute thing. And September's not the time to come to the waterfalls if you want to be able to do all of the activities and if you want to be able to see the blue water.
Estamos en Puente de Dios, es increíble el lugar para dar un paseo. El agua normalmente es azul turquesa, ahora el tono de agua es diferente, y para bajar a la cueva no podemos hacer esa actividad porque es una temporada baja y el puente está muy lleno de agua.
Below me, you can see is where normally you would swim through the cave and come out in this cenote. The water looks pretty blue over here, it's a little bit better. And then there's another big beautiful waterfall over here.
Si tienen la oportunidad de venir a conocer la Huasteca, es increíble. Este lugar es maravilloso. Los puentes son increíbles y es un verdadero paraíso.
Mexico loves to make rules. They just don't enforce them. So we are heading down a 5-kilometer bumpy road for the largest, biggest waterfalls in the whole country of Mexico. And cars going the other way. What did they just tell us?
That was closed.
That it's closed.
And then,
How do you close a waterfall?
well,
You just turn it off? We're not listening to anybody. We're gonna go ahead and continue to drive down this road to the place where they supposedly won't let you in the gate, and we expect to be stopped.
right.
But we're gonna, maybe we'll try to get the drone up maybe and get close enough where we can get some drone video, or what do you want to do?
If we don't find something in this way, we come back and find another way, so.
I guess there's one family that controls the gate at the top and one family that controls the gate at the bottom, and they get 20 pesos to open it. And this is the lady that's gonna tell us, sorry.
Vamos a cruzar a la cascada. ¿En
Oh,
dónde?
okay. The next house. Mask. Yeah, they're here.
Hola. Buenas tardes. Oye, venimos a la cascada.
Todavía no hay acceso.
¿Cómo?
Todavía no.
We started to head back towards up the road after we found the gate was closed. And then some of the people we passed came back, the original people that told us the gate was going to be closed. And so there was a guide coming that was going to let us go for 200 pesos a car. So now we are with a group that's being guided to hopefully see the biggest waterfall in Mexico. ¿Cómo está?
Eso siempre va a ser algo bonito. Siempre vamos a tener días buenos y días malos. Pero también de ti depende, ¿no? Es como ahorita que me caí, casi me caigo en el... Pero mira, ya
We ended up wild camping below Tulum Falls, where they normally charge 100 pesos per person to paddle up to the base of the waterfalls in these boats, also closed due to the high water. Our camp was a beautiful grass area about the size of 10 football fields on the river. We slept really well. Headed out for a short drive to Cascadas Micos the next morning and arrived to find that once again it was opening day, so the crowds were almost non-existent. We began to realize at that moment that it was a blessing we were arriving at these parks as they opened. Our adventures don't normally include groups of people or tourist attractions. We started considering ourselves very lucky to have seen a few of these natural parks without putting ourselves in harm's way, but this would definitely be the last. So why aren't you going all the way to the waterfall, my love? Not so many people here today. Water's a little chilly. After chasing waterfalls for 5 days, we finally got the one that was open today, not tomorrow. It's called Micos. Really, really beautiful place. Water's awesome. Aren't that many people here, so we're having a great day. So we are done chasing waterfalls, and we are
En San Luis Potosi.
in San Luis Potosi.
Keep left at the fork.
Kind of a big town. Not really big on towns with 1 million people, but let's see what this brings us. We're heading into Centro to see what we can shoot with the drone. Should be fun.
And I'm excited and I can't wait for my enchiladas potosinas.
Turn left, then turn right.
Sweetie.
We're back. We finally made it to San Luis Potosi,
Yes, we're in San Luis Potosi. That's a beautiful city.
and it's a special day.
Yeah, it's our anniversary. Happy anniversary, honey.
11 years married, 12 years together. So what do you want to do today and tonight in San Luis Potosi?
I just want to go and eat enchiladas potosinas.
They're famous for some special enchiladas. We're going to go get some of those. As we wrap up this video, we're happy to check San Luis Potosi off of our list, but more excited to get back into the wild mountains and canyons of Mexico, which is more of what we're all about. Our featured drone video of the week is San Luis, the city. Hope you enjoy it.